Hey, good morning. The Daily Orange. The new dawn. That's maybe a little dramatic. Today starts, in my mind, the beginning of our race, endurance race. We're in our space. What a euphoric feeling. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but it feels good to be in our new home. The real estate business, the fabric of our life, is really a race of faith. And one might say, I don't like to run. I don't really like to run either. My knees hate it even worse. But it truly is a race. And it's not a sprint, even though there are some sprints involved. Sprint to get an offer presented. Sprint to close. Sprint to be the first one to call somebody. You think of all the little sprints we do. But really it's a race of endurance. And running the race of endurance, in my mind, it's why we have our Orange family, is because you can't run an endurance race alone. You think of the Indy 500, or you think of the Le Mans. I'm actually going to watch that movie, Ford versus Ferrari. I'm not really a huge movie guy, but I saw the trailer and went, I got to watch that. But we run a race of endurance. And to run a race of endurance means we have to be prepared. So I think RACE, R-A-C-E, is a great acronym for our business. So R is for run with endurance. I'm cheating. And what does that mean, run with endurance? That means we have to be prepared, not just by showing up, but it's being mentally prepared and taking care of our mental and physical health. It's taking time to rest. It's setting aside issues that could be distractions. The race of endurance means we have to be prepared all the way around. Learning, sleep, physical condition, mental condition, so that we can go the long haul when it gets crazy. I think is very pertinent to the Orange family. It's assemble your crew. So I know there are plenty of agents, one man, one woman shows that are wildly successful. But that's a long, lonely race. And they still have support people. But when you assemble people that are, you know, you can trust, then when you get weak or tired or burnt out, mentally overloaded, you have support that has your back. And that crew, to me, is the difference between succeeding in the endurance race and failing. C, Cut the weight. Ha! That means I gotta go on a diet. Crap. Cut the weight applies to many things. It can be doing too many different ways of prospecting. It can be having too many outside distractions on our plate. It can be having people in our group that don't fit the model, that basically aren't perceived as trustworthy. I won't say that people aren't trustworthy. I'm not the judge and jury on that, but we need a strong, tight-knit group that operates under the premise of mentor leadership. So when that doesn't happen, it doesn't serve us individually, it doesn't serve those that don't fit the mold, it doesn't serve the group. And so we have to cut the weight. And last, eye on the end game. That's the E. What is the end game? To sell $22 million. No. The end game is, to me, is quality of life. The end game is how we impact others around us. Our families, our friends, our colleagues and teammates, our competition. Everywhere we go, people watch us. And our success is how people perceive us as trustworthy, and also what kind of mark we leave on the community and our industry. Really, these principles serve not just in business, but in life. And they may be redundant to some of you. They may seem elementary. But simple usually is always the best policy path. A couple last things. The goal of life is not perfection. And boy, I know I've tried to be perfect. That's a fail. The goal of life is progression. As long as we're moving forward, we are successful. Embracing the victories, small and large. I think this was summed up in an analogy yesterday as I watched Chuck look at the big table in the office. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's like magnificent. But you visualize a straight line, a point at the end of a straight line. Keep your eye on the goal. Keep your eye on the end game. And when you do that, all of a sudden all the waves and curves go away, and it keeps you on track. I tell you today, I am so thankful for all of you that you have come along on the endurance race. We are unstoppable. I believe it. Have a great day. See you soon at DC Ranch Market Street.